last class we came across simplification of complex numbers. And we miscellaneous we reached up to question number 18. Now the 19th one. See question number 19. Miscellaneous page number 130. Question number 19. The complex number a plus ib, c plus ib, a plus ib, a plus ib, c plus id, e plus if, g plus ih. It's a complex number. Only thing is it is not in standard form. So this complex number, if it is equal to a plus ib, because equation one. The question is to find a square plus b square. Here also a square plus b square, c square plus b square. See, we came across such questions earlier. We know that if x plus iy is given, if x plus iy or x minus iy is given, if one of this is given, and in the question, if they are mentioning about x square plus y square, if x plus iy is given, in the question, if you are asked to find x square plus y square, or if x minus iy is given, if it is asked, in such questions, the method what we adopted, we get equation number 1, then we write equation number 2. How to write equation number 2? By replacing I with minus I. Replacing, yeah, we don't use the word conjugate. One of you wrote in conjugate. We don't use the word conjugate because conjugate is, by definition, conjugate means the complex number which differ in the sign of their imaginary part. So when we consider this as a complex number, its real part and imaginary part cannot be separated because it is not in standard form. We can identify real part and imaginary part only if, again, why this 11B5 students are waiting? Why we are not using the word conjugate? A complex number and conjugate can be written only if it is written in standard form after separating real part and imaginary part. Whereas here, it is not in standard form. Here, real part. What is real part? We don't know what the real part is. Real part is not A, C, P, F. No. After simplifying it, all the parts without I, they are real part. So to avoid it, what we use is, that is why we use that sentence, replacing I with minus I. We are not writing the conjugate. We are replacing. So replacing I with minus I. Replacing I with minus I. Wherever I is there, replace it with minus I. So that means this is A minus IB, C minus ID, E minus IF, G minus IH. This is equal to here also replacing I with minus I. That is equation number 2. We are seeing in such questions. Then, if A plus IB and A minus IB are known, to find A square plus B square. What's over there? Multiply. 1 into 2 gives. By multiplying, by writing the product also, write in order. What means multiply these two. So A plus IB into A plus IB, A minus IB, again these two. C plus ID, C minus ID, then these two. E plus IF E minus IF is G plus IH G minus IH. A right hand is equal to A plus IB A minus IB. A plus IB A minus IB. So in all such questions, if A plus IB is given, to find A square plus B square, replace A minus IB, find A minus IB, so that A plus IB into A minus IB. A plus IB into A minus IB using the identity A square minus I square B square. C plus ID into C minus ID, C square minus I square D square. E plus IF, E square minus I square L square. G square minus I square L square is equal to A square minus I square B square. Now what? Now we know the value of I square. I square is minus 1. So since I square is minus 1, minus I square will be plus 1. So this will be A square plus B square. C square plus D square. E square plus S square. G square plus H square is equal to A square plus B square. Reason is we know I square is minus 1. Since I square is minus 1, true. That's it. Now the last question. Question number 20. I hope you have completed. Question number 20 is, if 1 plus I by 1 minus I, 1 plus I by 1 minus I, the whole ratio means 1. If 1 plus I by 1 minus I, the whole ratio is 1. The question is to find the least positive integral value of m. Least positive integral value of m. So we'll do one thing. First, we will find 1 plus I by 1 minus I standard form. We know that 1 plus I, 1 minus I, whenever we get complex denominator, we multiply with conjugate. 1 plus I, 1 plus I. Do it. Numerator. Take 1, multiply with each and every time. Take I, multiply with each and every time. Denominator is 1 square minus I square. Do it. The meantime, I will take attendance. Some of you Now, see, taking 1, multiplying with 1 plus I. 1 plus I. 1 into 1, 1 into I. Now taking I into 1 is plus I into I is I squared. By 1 minus is 1 square minus I square. Numerator 1 plus I is 2I. I square is minus 1. 1 plus 1. I square is minus 1 minus I square is plus 1. This is 2I by 2. So we got it as I, that is I. So we got 1 plus I by 1 minus I is equal to I. That is I. Now what is given? In the question, it is given that this 1 plus I by 1 minus I, the whole ratio, that is equal to 1. This implies what? The value of the standard form of 1 plus I by 1 minus I. The standard form of 1 plus I by 1 minus I is I. So this whole ratio means I raised to n is equal to 1. If I raised to n is equal to 1, is the prime value. What is the value of this? Someone wrote m is equal to 1. If m is 1, I raised to 1. I raised to 1 means I is it equal to 1? No. If m is 2, I square also not equal to 1. If m is 3, I cube is also not 1. Yes, Abdul Batin. Now, so we learned it. Actually, I to which power is 1? It's a cycle. We said I square, I cube, I raised to 4. When it is I raised to 4, it will be 1. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8. I raised to 8, again it is 1. That means all multiples of 4. I raised to power of 4. All multiples of 4, it will be 1. Not only that, even any number raised to power of 0 is also 1. So, if I raised to n is 1, then n can be 0, it can be plus or minus 4, plus or minus 8, etc. Because all multiples of 4, I raised to all multiples of 4 will give 1 as the answer, including 0, because any number raised to the power of 0 is also 1. Now, our question is to find the least positive value. So, among this one, which one is the least positive value? Is it 0? 0 is not positive. So, therefore, the least positive value is least positive value is 4. Plus or minus 4. So 4 is the least positive value. So the least positive value is 4. Question. So our miscellaneous exercise is over. Now we have one more topic in complex numbers, which is newly introduced topic, which is given as the supplementary material in your textbook. That is page number 474. Page number 474, square root of a complex number. So write the summary. Square root Square root of complex number. Square root of complex number. Square root of complex number. Again, see, the square root of a complex number is very easy, but and all questions, page number 474. Page number 474. Square root of a complex number. All questions, the method is same, and always we used to get. Okay, so for Huzaifa, your last page is 465. Okay, then it's a new edition textbook. Then check your textbook. Then after complex numbers, check it. After complex numbers, after miscellaneous, if something is given in a textbook. In few textbook, three possible. Either in few textbook, this topic is not there. The next edition, they gave the supplementary material at last. And in few textbook, you have lot of supplementary materials from which few portions are already removed from syllabus. Trigonometry, that portion is removed from your syllabus. But this is there. Square root of a complex. Nothing. Sorry. So to find square root of a complex number, one question is 100% sure. Okay, Huzaifa, in your textbook, it is given after miscellaneous. So one question is 100% sure. Slightly lengthy, but it's very easy. All questions are very easy. So just write it off. Not. Write this. Define the square root of a complex number. Define the square root of a complex number. Define square root of a complex number. Assume it as define square root of a complex number. Assume it as x plus iy. Define square root of a complex number. Assume it as x plus iy. Next line. Squaring and equating. Squaring and equating, we get squaring and equating, we get x square minus y square, x square minus y square, and 2xy. Squaring and equating real and imaginary parts. Squaring and equating real and imaginary parts. Squaring and equating real and imaginary parts, we get x square minus y square and 2xy. Next step. Use the identity. X square plus y square the whole square. X square plus y square the whole square is equal to x square minus y square the whole square plus 2xy the whole square. Use the identity x square plus y square the whole square is equal to x square minus y square the whole square plus 2x square the whole square. See, these are the steps to remember. Follow the same steps for all questions. Only difference will be difference in numbers x and y. The remaining procedure, everything is same. We are at x plus iy. The given complex root of complex number is x plus iy. Squaring both sides, we will get these two values. Then use this identity. See, this identity, actually, we know this one. A square, a plus b. A plus b the whole square is a minus b the whole square plus 4a, is it? Because a minus b the whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. If you are adding 4ab, minus 2ab plus 4ab will be a square plus 2ab plus b square. This is the expansion of a plus b the whole square. So a plus b the whole square is a minus b the whole square plus 4ab. Now see, if you are taking x square as a, y square as b, x square plus y square the whole square is x square minus y square the whole square. 4ab means 2. See, square of 2ab. Square of 2x is 4 x square y square. X square we took it as a, y square we took it as b. So actually, this is from this identity. A minus b the whole square and a plus b the whole square. So we get x square plus minus x square to xy and use the identity x square plus y square the whole square is equal to x square minus y square the whole square plus 2xy the whole square. Next line, solving, we get the values of x and y. Solving, we get the values of x and y. We will do two examples, two questions, then textbook questions 1 and 2, do it as a home. Write this question. Find square root of minus 12 minus 5i. Find square root of minus 5 minus 12 minus 5. What to do is we assume let x plus iy is the root of minus 12 minus 5, because our aim is to find square root of this complex number minus 12 minus 5i. We assume that square root is x plus iy, complex number standard form. Now read that notes what we give. What's the first step? Squaring. So squaring both sides. Squaring. Left hand side becomes x plus iy the whole square. Right hand side, that square root sign will go because we squared it. Now we can expand this. Expansion of this one. A plus b the whole square. A square plus 2ab is 2xy into I, 2ab plus b square. B square is I square y square. So a square plus 2ab plus b square. Right hand side remains as minus 12 minus 5y. Right hand side. I square is minus 1. So this is x squared minus y squared. Because I square is minus 1, so I took that minus y square around this one because that's the real part. Plus I into 2xy is equal to minus 12 minus 5. See, left hand side in all questions, the expansion left hand side will remain the same. Only difference will be right hand side. The only difference will be difference in these two numbers. Here the numbers are minus 12, minus 5. In another question, it can be 5, 8. Another one can be 1, 2, or sometimes 1, 0. Whatever it can be, it remains, left hand side remains the same. Left hand side always remains the same. Explain, how did we get this minus y square? Because I square is minus 1. If I square is minus 1, this becomes x square plus I minus y square. Then we are writing in standard form. Standard form is real part, then imaginary part. Real part means all those numbers without I. So here x square and minus y square, that is real part. The part along with I, that is imaginary part. So we expand it. Again, in our notes, what do we write? Squaring and equating real and imaginary parts. Now, equating real and imaginary parts. Even if you are not writing the sentence, no problem. Just put it like that. The real part of left hand side is x squared minus y squared. What is the real part of right hand side? It is minus 12. Equation number 1. So real part of left hand side is x squared minus y squared. The real part of right hand side is minus 12. Now equating imaginary part. Imaginary part of left hand side is 2xy. Here it is minus 5. Equation number 2. For all questions, the procedure is same. X plus iy, the given root of complex number, squaring both sides. Left hand side will be always x square minus y square plus 2xy into I. Always it is x square minus y square plus I into 2xy. Then equating real and imaginary parts, x square minus y square is equal to something. Equation number 1. 2xy is equal to something. Equation number 2. All questions same thing. Now, what is given in our notes? What's the next step? Use the identity. Which identity? X square plus y square the whole square. X square minus y square the whole square plus 2xy the whole square. We have used the identity. X square plus y square the whole square. Again, same thing. So x square plus y square the whole square is equal to x square minus y square the whole square. X square minus y square. We know the value. It is minus 2. So it is minus 12 the whole square plus 2xy. 2xy is minus 5 the whole square. So x square plus y square the whole square is minus 12 the whole square plus, which is 144 plus 25, that is 169. Then x square plus y square. X square plus y square is root of 169. Remember, we took only positive square roots. Why only positive? Usually, if you are taking something square, if you are taking square root, we take plus or minus. Here, why didn't we take only positive square root? The reason x square plus y square. X square plus y square, it is sum of squares. So positive. This is for understanding. Even if you are not writing this reasoning examination, no problem. See, Something whole square is 169. If a square is 169, if a square is 169, what is a? A is it just root 169? No, it is plus or minus. It can be plus 13 or minus 13. So positive square root and negative square root. But x and y are or Shashank, you said x and y are imaginary. No. X and y are not imaginary numbers. Who said it? In a plus ib, minus 12 and minus 5, complex number. Then minus 12 and minus 5, they are always real numbers. In a complex number, x plus iy or a plus ib. Here, a and b are always real. A and b are not complex numbers. They are real numbers only. Even x and y are real numbers. But this real numbers along with I, that is a complex number. If I comes, then only complex number. Otherwise, they are all real numbers. So here, a square is 169, a is plus or minus 169. So while taking square root, we need to take positive square root, negative square root. But in this case, why didn't we take negative square root? Reason x squared plus y squared. That is sum of two perfect squares. Square of number can never be negative, real numbers. Because x and y are real here. So x squared plus y squared, sum of two perfect squares. That is x squared plus y squared. X squared plus y squared is equal to 30. Equation number 3. Again, see our note. What is given next? Solving these two equations. Now solving 1 and 3. Equation number 1 is x square minus y square is 30 minus 12. Equation number 2 is x square plus y square is 30. Adding what do we get? 2x square is 1. X square is 1 by 2. X is plus or minus 1 by root 2. If x square is 1 by 2, x can be plus or minus 1 by root 2. Here, it can be positive or negative. Previously, it cannot be negative because it is perfect square, sum of squares. Now, see that we got two values of x. Now, to find the corresponding y value, what we do is, we will substitute that in equation number 2. If so, x is 1 by root 2, positive. Substituting 2, 1 by root 2 y is equal to minus 5. Cross multiplying, y is equal to minus 5 root 2 by 2. So if x is 1 by root 2, y is now if x is minus 1 by root 2, substituting in 2, what do we get? 2 minus 1 by root 2y is equal to minus 5. Minus cancels. Y is equal to 5 root 2 by 2. Remember one thing, here x values are plus or minus. Even y values also we got plus or minus. See, minus and plus. So both x and even here, if you are adding it, we get 2x square. if you are subtracting, you will get 2y square. From that y square, y is plus or minus. So both the x values and y values will be plus or minus. But by writing square root, now therefore our square root, because it's find square root of minus 12 minus 5y, we wrote x plus iy is equal to, what is x? 1 by root 2 plus, no, minus I into 5 root 2 by 2, the first value. Or the second value is minus 1 by root 2 plus I into 5 root 2 by 2. These are the two values. See here, remember one thing, we discussed it, both x and y values will be plus or minus. X and y values both will be plus or minus. Now, check the sign of 2xy. That's why we prefer 2xy. Check the sign of 2xy. In this case, our 2xy was negative. If 2xy is negative, that means product of two numbers is negative. If product of two numbers is negative means if one is positive, other is negative. Whereas if product of two numbers is positive, then either both are positive or both are negative. In short, in the question, if 2xy is negative, that means by writing the answer, if x is positive, then y will be negative. You can see it. If x is positive, y will be negative because 2xy term is negative. Or if x is negative, then y is positive. You see, one will be if x is positive, y is negative, or if x is negative, y is positive. When if 2xy is negative in the question. Whereas if 2xy is positive in the question, that means if x is positive, then y also will be positive. Because they're only multiplying two positive numbers, we get positive. Similarly, if x is negative, y is also negative. So writing the final answer for this carries half marks. Both x and y can be plus or minus, but select the sign in this way. If 2xy term is negative, that means x is positive, y is negative, or x is negative, y is positive. Whereas if 2xy term is positive, that means if x is positive, y is also positive. If x is negative, y is also negative. That's it. We'll do one more question, extra question. Find square root of. Square root of minus 4 plus 3i. Yeah. Starting everything same, exactly same as last question. The only difference is instead of that numbers minus 12 and minus 5, here we have minus 4 and plus 3. That's all. So right, how to start it? Exactly same. X square, x plus iy is equal to, we write x plus iy is root of minus 4 plus 3i. Squaring. X plus iy, the whole square is minus 4 plus 3i. Expand. This will be x square 2xyi I square y square minus 4 plus 3i. This is x square minus y square always plus 2xyi is equal to minus 4 plus 3. In all questions, same thing. Then we write equating real and imaginary parts. X square minus y square is minus 4. Equation number 1. 2xy is 3. Equation number 2. Substitute here and get equation number 3. All of you do it. Exactly same. Those who got the answer, answer means x square plus y square. Yes, Shashank, you are right. X square plus y square. Equation number 3. X square plus y square is equal to, yes, Nandakishore is correct. Abdul Mateen, correct. Abdul Basit, correct. A few of you got correct answer. Exactly same thing. So this is x square minus y square is minus 4. So minus 4 square plus 2xy is 3. 3 square. X square plus y square, the whole square is 16 plus 9, 25. So x square plus y square will be root 25. X square plus y square is 5. Equation number 3. We got equation number 3. Now solving 1 and 3. Solve it. First equation is x square minus y square is minus 4. Equation number 3 is x square plus y square is 5. Adding. Two x square is equal to 1. X square is equal to 1 by 2. X is plus or minus 1 by root 2. We got x as plus or minus 1 by root 2. Is it? One by root 2. X square is 1 by 2. X is plus or minus 1 by root 2. X is equal to, first line x is 1 by root 2. Substituting in 2. This one. 2, 1 by root 2 y is equal to 3. So y is equal to this root 2 goes up 3 root 2 by 2. 3 root 2 by 2. Again, if x is minus 1 by root 2, substituting in 2 into minus 1 by root 2 y is 3. Y is, this minus also goes up, minus 3 root 2 by 2. See that? Here you can observe one thing. When x is positive, y is also positive. When x is negative, y is also negative. Why it happens so? Because our 2xy term was positive. Our 2xy term was positive. Whereas in the previous question, Our 2xy term was negative. That is why they got sign interchange. Now coming to the answer. The answer, therefore, our question was to find root of -4 plus 3i. We wrote it as x plus iy. That is x. First value of x is 1 by root 2 plus I into 3 root 2 by 2, or the next value minus 1 by root 2 minus I into 3 root 2 by 2. These are the two values. So always you write those two values. So finding this square root of a complex number. Now in your textbook questions, do that first one, question number 1 and 2 as homework. Those two questions are easy because they are not fractions. You will get easy numbers. The numbers of x and y will be 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, etc. Here we got irrational. There it is easy numbers. Exactly same. Only the numbers are different. Procedure is exactly same. If you don't have the question, write these two questions as homework. Those who don't have the question, these are the two questions. Find square root. First question is find square root of -15 minus 8i. And second one is -8 minus 6i. So do those two as homework. You can observe it in both the questions. 2xy term is negative. Since 2xy term is negative, if x is positive, y is negative. If x is negative, y is positive in that way. Same procedure. Root of x plus iy is the root of this one. Squaring both sides, same thing. Okay, the answer for this one is 1 minus 4i and -1 naturally. Because x is positive, y is negative. X is negative, y is positive. And answer for this one will be 1 minus 3i and -1 plus 3i. That means first one, x will be plus or minus 1. Second one also x is plus or minus 1. It will be easy number. We got 1 by root 2. It is plus or minus 1. Then find corresponding one. That's it. So our complex numbers is over. Tomorrow we will start with the previous chapter. I think we have to chapter 4, the method of induction. The method of induction. Yes. So today, 2 minutes earlier, we are stopping the class 2 minutes and 2 minutes earlier. So next class, even if I take 2-3 minutes extra, you don't have to worry because today I'm leaving 2 minutes free period. Anything else? Any doubts? Yes. Any doubts? Yes. You can go to your bus. See you next class.